Christmas Eve should be a time of joy and celebration. But for the Sodder family in Fayetteville, West Virginia, the night of December 24, 1945, turned into a nightmare. A fire consumed their home, and 5 of their 10 children vanished without a trace. No bodies, no remains, no answers. What really happened to the Sodder children? This is one of the most chilling and unsolved mysteries in American history. Just after midnight, a fire erupted in the Sodder home. George and Jenny Sodder, along with 4 of their children, escaped. But 5 of their kids, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty, were trapped inside. Or so everyone thought. As the fire raged, George Sodder tried to rescue his children, but every attempt was met with strange obstacles. His ladder, usually propped against the house, was missing. His truck, which had worked perfectly the day before, refused to start. Even the phone lines had been cut. Someone, or something, didn't want them to save their children. The fire burned the Sodder home to the ground in just 45 minutes. But when the flames died, something horrifying was discovered. There were no bones, no remains, nothing. Firefighters who arrived too late were stunned. Even in the most intense fires, bodies do not completely vanish. So where were the Sodder children? In the days after the fire, strange clues emerged. A telephone operator confirmed the family's phone line had been cut. A witness claimed they saw someone throwing a strange object onto the Sodder property that night. Then Jenny Sodder received a chilling phone call. A woman's eerie laughter echoed through the receiver before the line went dead. In the years that followed, rumors swirled that the children had been kidnapped. Witnesses claimed to have seen them alive. A woman in Charleston, West Virginia, said she saw them with 2 men in a car the night of the fire. A hotel worker in South Carolina reported seeing 4 children with Italian-speaking adults. But none of these leads ever led to answers. In 1967, a letter arrived at the Sodder family home. Inside was a photograph of a young man with a cryptic note on the back. It read, "Louis Sodder, I love brother Frankie. Illo boys. A 90132 or 35. The resemblance to their missing son was uncanny. But the sender was never found. Was the fire a cover-up for a kidnapping? Some believe the Sodder children were taken by an underground child trafficking ring. Others suspect a vendetta against George Sodder, who had been outspoken against Mussolini's fascist rule in Italy. Could the mafia have been involved? The truth has never been uncovered. The Sodder family never stopped searching for their lost children. A billboard stood along Route 16 for decades, pleading for information. But time passed and the mystery only deepened. Today, the case of the Sodder children remains one of the most baffling disappearances in American history. 5 children vanished into the night and were never seen again. What really happened on that fateful Christmas Eve? Were the Sodder children taken, or did they perish in the flames? The truth may never be known, but one thing is certain: this case will haunt history forever.